There we go. I do believe we are live. So I'll say indeed, and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. I thank you for joining me again on another conscious evolution, another opportunity for us to consider whether or not we are okay. I am extremely uncaffeinated, and it's so stark that I am well aware of it. Yesterday, I probably had 500 milligrams of caffeine or something. Probably that much. Like 10 coffees worth of coffee, kind of caffeine. Maybe that's not that much. Not exactly. It got up there. It definitely got up there. And today, I didn't take any caffeine whatsoever. And it's interesting how just something as little as that can make a big difference. Especially so when it comes to you asking me the question of whether or not I'm okay. And I haven't been asked that question, but in my little thought experiment that I want to take you down, if I was adequately, let's say, I wanted to say highly caffeinated, if I was adequately caffeinated in one instance of being myself, and I was not adequately caffeinated in another instance of being myself, and even if my circumstances hadn't changed, even if my immediate situation is better or worse both ways, the version of me that is caffeinated will get the question of are you okay from a point of concern less than the caffeinated version of me, right? So it brings up this question in me about what it means to be okay, what it means to say that you are okay, and how being okay is almost something you have to convince both yourself and others of. And that is curious. I think that's pretty curious. I think it's pretty interesting that okay is something all of us want to be, all of us say we are, but aren't technically. But we will be eventually. So we're saying we are as a placeholder for then. Okay? Does that make sense? I don't know if it does, but it is something quite interesting to me. I would like to believe. Oh, Mel, congrats on 200 consecutive weeks of streaming. That's pretty okay in my book. That's nice, Mojo. Thank you for celebrating me with me, for being a part of this experience. 200 weeks. That is wild. 200 weeks. 1,400 days. That's a many a days. If I had to, if the version of me that started this journey had to look at this version of me right now, would he go, bro, are you okay? Are you okay? And again, bringing it back to that point, I would like to believe I am. I would like to believe I'm okay. But I've experienced some things since being that version of me. And if he had to be asked the question of like, oh, you are gonna go through this, and that, and this, and this, and this. Do you think you're gonna be okay? He might say no. And yet, this version of me adequately would like to believe that they are. And then there is the element of convincing another. Convincing someone else that you are, in fact, okay. Sometimes it doesn't take a lot, sometimes it just takes you saying so. Sometimes that's not enough. Are you okay? Am I okay? Will I be okay if I find out how okay you are? Where I'm from, it's considered to say I'm okay instead of boring people with your tale of woe. Yeah, that's kind of the the trajectory that I'm taking in this conversation as well, Sam. How it is something we say, a placeholder. You friends laughing. This makes me happy. Yay, it's nice having you here. What does it mean? What does it mean to be okay in that way? How many people have used the word okay in a negative context, right? Where they weren't okay, but they say they were. Maybe there's something to be said about our collective species being okay right now. Right? Like we're not just dropping dead. I'm sorry if that was a little bit rough. We're not gone just yet. But there is this impending doom in some people. There is this sense of dread in many. A worry when it comes to what's going to happen with finances, with government, especially you friends in America right now. Goodness. So, in that way, we're all okay. We're all okay in this together. That's at least how I feel. Louisiana's here too. We love you, Fran. It's not that we don't care necessarily. It's just the understanding that we all have shit that we're going through. And when you boil it down, nobody's shit is that different than anybody else's. Yeah, but at the same time, saying that we're okay, in my mind, normalizes having problems. Is that the right way to say it? Maybe reduces the level of personal impact for the sake of external impact. I think Sam did nail it. Absolutely, you're right, Kristen. But my mind is almost like, oh yeah? Oh fuck yeah? You think so? Doesn't work that way. I have to be okay because that's convenient for you. How about no? How about I'm not okay? How about that? How about yeah, being okay. Am I okay right now? Again, for the sake of you friends, there is this real sense of just saying so. Of saying so. Goodness. It depends, right? I think that's maybe the thing that I'm getting stuck on right now because I'm well aware of the implications of what I'm thinking about, right? And at the same time, it's almost like it's circumstantial. Goodness. Like, as I'm thinking more and more about it, it becomes more and more complicated. I get it, Sam. It's easier to just be okay. Mm. I'm okay. Me good. Me fine. Me breathe air. Me have food eat. Me sleep. I'm okay. Bad. My mind is smiling, thinking about what the future is going to look like and what we're going to consider 20 years from now. What a person to have relatively to themselves for them to consider themselves okay. Because we're definitely more okay than any version of humanity that has been before us. But still, we're okaying along. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Happy Halloween! Y'all doing anything today? Hey, yo. I am cosplaying as Jim Carrey. I need to really quick and push it. Yeah, I'm doing an Ace Ventura bit again, 1,400 days consecutively. Oh, love you, Joe. Joe is going to be dressing as Jinx for Halloween. I don't know if she's gonna share it on like the Discord or something, but it's a pretty cool outfit. But my mind is like, oh yeah, yeah, because you always instinctively fight me when I'm right. It's true. It is true, Sam. But I'm not fighting you in this case. I'm fighting the oh yeah was more like not wanting not wanting for the sake of other people, right? The word you used the problems of life. That was the thing I was taking. Like, oh yeah, all of us have problems. Can really vocalize or talk about it means that so many of the problems all of us face that we shouldn't be facing just gets I'm okayed away. Gets I am okayed away. Put that in your right, your inspirational quote and smoking. All right, so that's the oh yeah, that's the oh yeah for me. Of like, is that the best thing? Are we doing ourselves a service? Are we actually doing other people a service by not by not letting them know that things are not okay right now? It's so perfect for show. The Jinx outfit, yeah, right. You guys, the Horizon Zero Dawn remaster drops today. I haven't played Horizon, but I think Horizon started coming out when I stopped playing games, unfortunately. I tried in the meanwhile. I did download Factorio again recently. And I think I booted it up a singular time and it hasn't gotten booted up again. Yes, new word, booten. To booten up your games. You can say a lot with how you deliver that. I'm okay. I'm okay. It's true. I am okay. I am okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. Okay. There is a great deal of ways to I'm okay. It's true. Maybe that makes it beautiful, today's stream topic as well, in that way, Loazana. Is that not only is this thing that we're saying something we're saying to not say something, but we're saying something and not saying something by saying this thing. Okay? Am I okay? I think that was okay. Usually, when someone asks you how you are, they say, I'm okay, rather than I'm good. It means meh. I feel you, Nancy. I feel you on that. That's, again, in part why I almost feel today's stream topic needs to be talked about. It's because why are we saying I'm okay? Why have we used the word okay to be, in a way, something bad? Ooh. This is called Sugar Rose. Smells nice. I often ask myself if I'm okay. Never gotten an answer. If I'm not okay, I tell my body and mind I have no choice and I have to keep going. I had a little bit of a day like that. Of asking the question of am I okay and almost coming back with an answer I don't like and being like actually not being okay is not really an option right now. Should I just do this whole little nugger? This whole little nugs. Naganios. I think saying I'm okay with muted emotions is a good compromise. Yeah. You're not really lying, but you're not burdening the listener with a big trauma dump. There we go. Loazana coming through with the wisdom as well. Maybe. Maybe there's a certain level of hubris in me that almost think it's important for us to not be okay sometimes. Right? I have been very not okay for a while now. And I can feel this one thing of being okay that I know awaits me in my future. And I hope that it'll bring myself back to some sort of base level of okayness on the other side. You know? You know what I mean? For 2 years, I have tried in vain to see meteor showers here. For the first time since moving here, I saw a shooting star last night. Yay! Orionoids? Orionids? For the wind, bless. Right now, I'm in the office, dressed as a friendly forest witch, but my Jinx pants turned out perfectly. The hair is blue AF. I'll share pics on Saturday. That's party day. It's true. Plus, getting to be a witch in the office sounds super fun as well. However, even though and very on brand, even though my back hurts, I'm going to maximize my spirit to wear my inflatable capybara costume. To wear my inflatable capybara costume to trick or treating. That outfit sounds dope. I have had about 15 years of that. I think I'll not be okay sometime when my daughter is old enough to fend for herself. Bruh, by the time your daughter is old enough to fend for herself, robotics will be very mature. Like, super duper maturity. So much maturity. I keep putting my Dynavap down somewhere. Think if I was an astronaut, my life would be a mess. I would just put things down in the air. Maybe it would be less of a mess because I'd be able to find it. It's totally here somewhere, I'm sure. Am I gonna have to stand up? Telling me stand up. Yeah, I found it. Yay. Yay, successfully. Putting some sugar rose on the one side, finding out what comes out the other. I'm okay. I am okay. Truly. In so many ways. I've lost Joe from one friendly forest witch to another. Happy Halloween. That's so nice. I've lost friends or greatly changed relationships from the trauma dump. Unfortunately, there's no one left to trauma dump to, so in it stays. Again, I feel like that's a matter of circumstances. Where right now we find ourselves in such a hard place when it comes to what it is we actually can do as a friend or as a individual to and for another person, that we just end up feeling overwhelmed to the point of non-action, to the point of distancing ourselves from the people that we find have more problems than we do. Some people try and form a balance. They'll have people that have more problems than them in some aspects of their lives, and some people that don't, so they can feel a sense of superiority too. I would like to believe that that's less of the case. That we're not helping each other because it's hard to, not because we like feeling like we're not in need of help. Hmm. Nice. Duck, what do you tax from your child's bag? Do you steal some candy? I think he's gonna go himself. Bag himself some candy. With an outfit like that, everybody will be convinced that he's still a child at heart, at the very least. Mm. I say I'm okay because I know that relative to many other realities, I should be thankful for my situation, even though I rarely feel okay. I wonder how many of us are stuck in that exact same predicament right now, Mojo. I feel I am, because again, in that way, relatively speaking, I am okay, but I don't feel it. I don't particularly feel okay right now. And there's a bunch of extraneous factors contributing to that sense. And now, with the internet, in a way, more so than ever for every single one of us, there's more things to convince us of our not being okayedness. While at the same time, the opposite of that is true as well. We have more things in our lives that convince us of our okayedness. And it is this weird juxtaposition that every single person finds themselves within. And it will be up to you to find balance, to be okay. It will be up to you to be okay. Being okay is a kind of balance. It's not a happy, it's not a sad, it's a somewhere in the middle, right? It is a somewhere in the middle kind of an experience. Ambiguous, a blend, like the white bread you put all of the rest of the conversation on. Sam, no, they're absolutely perfect. You sound like teeth breakers? What? I think I missed some. Sam, I have already told my daughter this year I'm taxing nerd gummy clusters. They do look very nice. This is true. Like a little, I think a piece of taffy or something with nerds on the outside. Sam, no, they're absolutely perfect. And if you have not tried them, you need to get on that shit. It is absolutely the best candy ever that is not chocolate based. Strong take. Have you ever tried wine gums? We have these things in Africa called wine gums, and they're my personal favorite candy, above chocolate too. I'm going to miss sorting the Halloween candy. I used to love the sorting. It appealed to all of my weirdnesses. I would tax anything that had caramel in it because my kid doesn't prefer it. That is a very lucky meeting place, lucky medium. No, sounds like a good give and take. I'm a caramel fan myself. I just took too big of a hit of some lemon bean. I coughed so hard. It hit the nerve in my lower back and I fell to the garbage, to the garage floor. Oh my goodness. Can I get a mech suit? Yes. Mech suits are already being made right now. Hey Google. Hey Google. How much can you buy one of those mech suits slash leg augmentation devices for people that have walking disabilities or lower back issues? I feel like with a question like that, I'm only gonna get medical grade stuff. I'm pretty sure I've seen devices for like 500 bucks, but I think they're made for hiking and stuff like that. But it could be helpful despite that. Just moving about, going up and down flights of stairs, stuff like that would be very helpful. Rabbit, you and my wife can sort for hours together. She loves sorting. Do the Ween people feel extra special on Halloween? The Ween people. I don't know if I understand the joke. I know that some people call a pepness a ween. So in that case, would I be a ween people? I haven't celebrated Halloween much. We don't do that in South Africa. We are also one of those countries where a bunch of people go, no Satanism. No, they're celebrating morbidity. It's evil. so we never got to Halloween. I've never had a trick or treating in my life. Not a one time. So woe is me. I'm not okay because I didn't get a Halloween. The Ween people. I feel like being asked if you're okay is always a call to awareness. It's always okay to check in with yourself. If you're doing okay, remember to check in with others too. It's true. It also depends on who's asking, right? Depending on what relationship in your life asks you whether or not you're okay. From one person, it might be nice to have them ask you, "Are you okay?" From another person, it might make you angry, right? Especially so in romantic relationships. Oh, yeah, if someone is asking you if you're okay, you're usually not. I love wine gums. You do? Me too. They're so good. I haven't had any in a long time because they became prohibitively expensive. They became like, it's like 80 Rand. It's like $4. $4 doesn't sound like that much, but $4 for candy is a little bit excessive. And I also do not have any self control when it comes to stuff like that. So it's like, oh, I'll eat this $4 of candy today, and I'll do it every single day if I was given the opportunity to. And then I do the math, and I'm like, I can't afford to spend freaking $120 on candy a month, and I would also get diabetes or something. So I just don't. That's usually how my willpower has looked. I just don't buy the things that I have a hard time resisting if they're in my life. I'm okay, says the person, knowing the amount of food relationship bullshit. Congratulations on your pending AARP membership. Is that the old people thing? Is that the old people thing, Sam? Why do I know that AARP is an old people thing? And why do I know that you're sick burning on Duck Dad? That's I'm sorry. Did you just say Pepness? Maybe. That's a Christian thing. He's actually the one who started saying that in my world. Instead of referring to it on its traditional words, we say Pepness. It's a little bit softer. I remember when you were talking about wine gums for the first time on here, and a handful of us were baffled that you guys were getting children drunk on wine gummies. Yeah, I remember that too. That is hilarious. Hey, Duck Dad just sent me an exoskeleton. Exoskeleton is the right word for it as well. Hilti, nice, nice. Hilti is a tools company, a very big one. Nice. I mean, this one doesn't have legs. Good help for like arm work, but $1,500. That's me. I'm gonna put myself down there. All right. So look at that exoscarum trin. $1,500 takes the load of your shoulders. Makes work easier. What's your operating time? They don't tell me, of course. Of course they don't tell me. Why would you tell me what the operating time on this, tool is gonna be on the main page? Why would you do that though? It's not like that is information that I want to know first and foremost. Am I being petty? No. It's the companies who are wrong. More technical data. Oh, it takes me down to product configurator. I just I just want information. Just tell me how much how much they last. Or maybe these ones are not electronically powered. I know some of them work with pistons. Hmm. Yeah, it is actually an all day use kind of thing. It's happening. And that's what they cost right now. $1,500 is nothing to scoff at. But these devices will start serving the function of literally making your life easier. And they will get cheaper. Hilti is an incredible company. Their stuff is very pricey, it's true. I just sent you a link in Discord. They make bionic upper body for above head and shoulder tasks for $1,500 US. Still a little bit pricey. But I've seen the leg ones going for around the same price. So that's what you can look at right now. And there will be other companies competing. That was me, I think, Doc. And I'm still confused on the purpose of wine gums if you're not gonna get drunk on them. Hey, Google, why are Maynard's wine gums called that? There are two stories about the name. The first one states that after hearing a fiery sermon on the virtues of abstaining from alcohol, Maynard Jr. decided to market the sweets as an aid to alcohol moderation. Therefore, he named them wine gums. I didn't even know that story. That's new information to me too. That's very absurd. There you go. There you go. You know, I've already had some wine, thank you. You can say after having some wine gums. That is so absurd. It's not one of those. I think it's Kellogg's. Is it Kellogg's? Some sort of cereal that also has some skizzy as, background like that. I'm totally taking Mel trick or treating, no matter what time of day. He finally makes it what time or day he finally makes it to America. I will tell all of my neighbors to please have some candy home to give a poor South African lad. Though I'm already feeling like I'm getting aged, bruh. I don't know if I can get away with pretending to be a kid in the streets, bro. Like, I feel like that's getting the cops called on me and getting shot, that kind of situation. I'm joking, of course. I would 100% go trick or treating with you. Sammy, too. I told you I got my shit rocked back in the day on Four Roses chocolate whiskey things. Actually, chocolate should not be 60% proof. What? Actually got right. That is ridiculous. I will be introducing him to TPing. No, I won't be TPing anybody's house because I am the person living in that house too, and I don't want to be cleaning up my house after some asshole TP'd and like, bro, the fuck this guy? Or why would you do that? Nancy, I have a few neighbors in mind for that particular introduction of culture. I don't do edging, but maybe some cities egging, but maybe some city string. Good. Good that you don't do egging. That's what I said the first time. Bro, what? That's why I got fat. When I became a dad, I used to keep all the things that I would just binge out of the house. Good luck doing that of a tiny human. I'm gonna rule like with an iron fist, bro. Myself. I don't know if I'll have kids anymore, bro. Like the more I think about it, the more absurd it gets day by day by day. So yeah, maybe it will be easy in that way. We'll see. You friends will get to see for sure. Imagine X years from now, Melt is holding a baby in his arms. It's mine. I can't imagine that right now. It feels kind of unfathomable. It feels unfathomable in the same way Many things have been as of late for me. I've been feeling like I'm existing in these double states almost. I never got to the point of egging, but I do remember seeing what it looks like by people who did. Goodness. Like I've gotten wrecked on liquor chocolates before. It's not great. The sugar content. I think that alone would be rough. Because I think when you get drunk, the amount of sugar in the alcohol plays a big role in how bad it feels. $1,500 would be incredibly expensive for me right now. However, if they had one for back and lower legs, it would make that money back in extra hours worked. My body hurts so much at the end of 8. I feel you, bro. These pieces of tech will slowly but surely become more and more accessible. Even 3D printable, bro. Like, that's the thing. I'm really looking forward to 3D printers having their proper comeuppance. Maturity in that industry as well. Can we just have, you know, particle assemblers? What they're called? Star Trek nerds, help a brother out. Not particle accelerators. No. How am I forgetting that word they use? Come on, Sam. This is your time to shine. I need help. It's so close. It's so close, but it wants you to say fabricators. I'm sorry, you were too late. And then fabricators. Can we just have fabricators already, please? I want to make burger out of nothing. Already hot, please. I want. Mel, you will be a lovely dad. Oh, no, Zana. Replicators! Yay! I said it incorrectly enough that Sam could school me and correct me. Nice. Thank you, Sam. Replicators. It's not replicate. Maybe it is replicating. Fine. Fine. I wanted to say it fabricates more than replicates. Hey, Google, what's the difference between fabricating and replicating? To make a copy of, where fabricate is to form into a whole by uniting when fabricating typical standardized parts. Okay, fine. It is in fact a replicator because it's replicating like a 500 cigarettes, for example. And it's not fabricated because fabrication apparently would be it has a bunch of cigarette papers and filters and tobacco in the background, and then uh, it fabricates cigarettes in the back end for you to have the 500 cigarettes. You can make that money ethically, Duck. Shave your arms and sell pictures of arm boobies on the internet. I don't think making money that way is even viable anymore either. Like I like how that's almost like a running joke of like, oh, I can't make money, sell your body, but not even selling your body is a win anymore. More likely than not, you'll just sell your body to a bunch of your high school friends, and then you'll be too embarrassed to continue and then stop with all of them having seen everything that they need to. That's probably the highest concentration story, of all of the people that have tried. Zoom, 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 zoom. Someone wanna help me out? What's he talking about? Replicators? That's right. So I'm afraid to ask for it, but I'm going to need a diagram of an arm. No, please. Fabricating implies that matter is being created out of thin air. Replicating on Federation Star Trek uses recycled matter. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Suddenly I'm back to being a fabricator, Sam. I didn't know about the recycled matter thing. Hey Google, define fabricating something. No, I don't feel like that's the searches more, cherry picks more information. No, actually. No, to create or make something, to construct or manufacture something, especially from standardized parts, like recycled matter. For example, the company fabricates and sells steel. Hey Google, define replicating. To make an exact copy of or to reproduce. Hmm. Hmm. I'm gonna ask a language model instead. I'm having this conversation about Star Trek, the universe, and how they have these machines. And I was at first trying to find the right word for what it's called, and I came to the conclusion it's called a fabricator because it uses things to make something, it uses recycled matter to make something. But the actual word is replicator. But replicating something is just recreating something that already is, where I feel like it's more a fabricator because it uses recycled matter as a standardized material. What do you think? Give me some clarity. Fabrication via replication. Yeah, I think Kristen, was the AI model that gave us the right answer. Clarifying terminology. I asked one of the most advanced language models that are on the internet right now. It's probably a waste. They thought for 13 seconds to give us this answer. In the Star Trek universe, the device you're referring to is known as a replicator. Replicators are advanced machines that can create or replicate objects by reorganizing subatomic particles, effectively materializing matter on demand. They can produce a variety of items from food and clothing to complex mechanical parts. Why it's called a replicator? Replication process. The term emphasizes the device's ability to reproduce exact copies of objects from stored patterns or templates. Yeah, I think that's enough. That's enough said. However, used recycled matter, matter reclamation, Starfleet vessels can reclaim waste matter, breaking it down into basic components. Hmm. Fabricator versus replicator. A fabricator implies creating or assembling items, often from raw materials. The term is commonly associated with manufacturing or 3D printing technologies, suggesting a process that might allow for customization or alterations during creation, where a replicator focuses on producing exact copies of existing items or patterns. It highlights the precision and ability to create complex objects identically. Your perspective, the validity of a fabricator. Your reasoning does make sense, since the device uses recycled matter to create new items. A fabricator could be a fitting term, technically. It aligns with the concept of assembling items from basic components. Yeah, thank you. Why replicator used though? The emphasis in Star Trek is on creating exact duplication of objects, which is why replicator is the term used. Yeah, makes sense. It conveys the idea of replicating not just the form, but the molecular structure of an object as well. True. Being able to bite into an apple and it's still juicy would be wild if you see it being made by a machine. I suddenly just came to the feeling of like, would every apple be the same? Could you ask for different varieties of apples? I guess so. Everything would be scanned. There we go. Conclusion: Sam is right, but that was not being disputed. That was not being disputed. I was just wondering. You see. Okay. I was just wondering. Okay. I zoned out. It's okay. Love is true. I'm afraid to ask. Love is true again. Implies wanna know. Kids are tough, but our species dies if we can't populate it with good people to make big changes. You know who's not stopping? Shitty people. Bro, who am I gonna have kids with? Oh, right. Like it's and like how am I gonna feed a kid if I have kids? How am I going to have a place for them to stay? Where is their room gonna be? Etc. Etc. Like I really like the idea of having a family, right? But yeah, okay, or okay. I don't want that on my search history, Sam. I never did egging, but I may have known some young idiot who put an entire 5 pound bucket of Sunzy laundry detergent in someone who is not nice's pool filter. They may or may not have had the backyard overflow wonderland. I definitely would never do such a thing, though. Of course not. And that friend of yours who did something like that probably is like very sad about what he did as well. And he would never do such a thing in hindsight again. Especially not with modern security cameras being, very synonymous everywhere. Not, is it synonymous? Hey Google, define synonymous. Having the same or nearby same meaning. No. Hey Google, what's a word for it being basically everywhere? Ubiquitous. Thank you. Yeah, ubiquitous. Yes. Remember brain. These English words. Ubiquitous. It's become ubiquitous, of course. Everywhere's. In the show Upload, I've watched that one. Instead of replicators, they 3D printed their food. I remember one family's fat car just running low. Their food didn't taste very good. I remember that scene too. The dad and the daughter were in the dad's apartment, and then he 3D prints them some steaks, and then they're sitting down to have their steaks, and the daughter goes, think your fat cartridge is low, right? So yeah, that would be pretty cool. Doug, I tried to help mama with the dishes as a kid. Loaded the dishwasher with Dawn dish soap. Hours later, bubbles flooded the kitchen and dining room. I was happy. Mom was not. You're making me think about a story that I had where we were at friends of my parents' place, and they had a bathtub, and their bathroom had like a lip in the room. So technically, the room was a bath as well. So I put a bunch of soap and a bunch of water in that like shallow well, and then I would like slip and slide. I would kick myself off the walls and like you over this tiled floor. And guess what? When they discovered what I was doing, they were also not happy about that. But I was having the time of my life. I'm clipping it, don't worry. Conclusion is that Sam is right. You all heard it. You friends. I love you so much. It's nice having these moments with you. Conclusion, Sam is right. I said it exactly in that way because I knew you would like it, Sam. That's the only reason. Okay? Okay. It's okay. Joe, that's the kind of stuff I don't even get mad at. I'll deal with that all day long before them eating a cup of milk across this damn counter for no god reason. How about the slip and sliding, Duck Dad? How about that? You like that? You like coming into your bathroom and it is literally under 2 inches of water? To maybe 1 inch. Maybe 1 inch of water. I'm embellishing. uh how old was I? I think I was like 5 years old or something. Sugar Rose round two. Yeah, see, it's been 50 minutes. We've had fun. We got lost in conversation. We gave ourselves this moment of presence. And I really do feel more okay now than I did at the start of this stream. I hope you friends feel a little bit better too. Closer to this okay that we're all convinced we are. Click. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. There's probably one more heat cycle left in there. And then we'll pull a card. We'll read what it says. And then we'll say goodbye. I think I should go and get my other deck of cards. We haven't pulled a card from there in a long time. I returneth. Oh. Nice. I feel so calm right now. Like it's a little bit absurd. I feel okay. I feel like everything's gonna be okay. That kind of calm of like, oh. There really is nothing to worry about. Goodness, I worry about a lot. I really shouldn't, but I do. Feeling okay. Yeah. Yeah. This one. We are matchy me in this card. I decided to have a blue day. So I dressed myself in blue things. And then we ended up pulling a blue card. The Octahedron. The Octahedron. One of the 5 platonic solids. The Octahedron. One more time. Woo. Rook your eyes. See them eyeballs. Make them rook. And then we'll use our ears to hear instead. Nourishment and air are the core communicators coming through this card. The octahedron, with its 8 triangular faces, is one of the 5 three-dimensional shapes called the platonic solids. Seen in another way, an octahedron is a figure created by 2 pyramids sharing the same base. One pyramid points up, one pyramid points down. dividing space into 8 equal directions. The octahedron is associated with the element of air and is a symbol of nourishment, with the powerful ability to bring together different viewpoints. It's quite literally, there's 8 friends here right now. Woo, synchronicity! It is earth and sky energies united. It is male and female in balanced understanding. This card invites you to consider how your life is nourished by broadening your perspective and looking at many facets in many directions in order to find balance and nourishment. Reflect on the effect of 8 aspects of the object of your inquiry. Sit quietly and breathe in and out. Contemplate each aspect. How does cooperation affect your view of the situation? Might patience help events to flow more freely? Remember, at our core, we are all love, and joy and peace are our birthright. Feel appreciation for the process and gratitude for the understanding you will gain. Phew! That's literally the line. That's I could have just read that line for this card and it would have been what I needed to hear. Feel appreciation for the process and gratitude for the understanding you will gain. You may want to choose other aspects to explore. Create your own list. The message here is to know you will be nourished by expanding your point of view. You will be nourished by expanding your point of view. Is being okay a point of view? I'll leave it up to you to decide. I thank you, friends, for taking this time, for spending this moment with me once again, for us to know that we have friends in this world that we can confide in, can share some time with. And when you read the message, because I'm on top of my ish today, and then you'll read the message, because I'm on top of my ish. Think I missed a lot? No? Kind of stuff I'm mad at? No, I'm the lost one here. It is fine. I am always going to find myself right back here in this moment, no matter how lost I get. Right? Have also, Mel, congratulations on 200 weeks, 1,400 days. Yeah, it's true. True, yeah. Thank you for the celebration. Thank you. I appreciate that, Lobizana. Thank you for the love, dear friends, for celebrating this day with me by just showing up for it, for giving a moment of your presence, for finding a little bit more of okay in this space. I hope at least. I hope you all have the most sublime day. I wholeheartedly love you all so dearly and resplendently, abidingly, boundlessly, and eminently. I'm having a hard time with that day, it seems. Cherishly and radiantly, fondly and dutifully, and heartedly. Melt on all of you, oh so reassuring and steadfast and ever kind and grounded, harmonious, wholesome, restorative and serene, comforting, heartening friends who embrace just being okay. Yay. Thank you for embracing this with me, sharing this moment. I appreciate you friends joining for this moment of presence again. To find ourselves asking questions and consciously evolving in the answering of them. Beautifically means showing great beatifically. Beatifically. Beatifically, I think that's the way I should say it. Beatifically means showing great happiness, calm, or bliss, often of a peaceful or radiant expression. It's like a glow of pure joy or serenity, almost a state of blissful harmony with the world. I love you. Thank you for loving me too. Enough at least to be here for this moment. I'll see you friends again soon, tomorrow.